Imagine a superstar athlete admitting he'd throw a fight for money. Now imagine he did it in a private DM, and that DM got leaked to the entire world. That's the bombshell that exploded online when a single screenshot threatened to bring down grappling legend Craig Jones. Was this the dumbest joke ever told, or a confession to the biggest crime the sport has ever seen? In this video, we're breaking down every single DM, every viral meme, and every unhinged comment to get to the truth. And by the end, you will be the judge. Was this a hilarious prank or a full-blown felony? Get this, it's hours before the Craig Jones Invitational 2, one of the biggest grappling events of the year. The hype is absolutely insane. But just 3 days before the event, Craig's opponent, an Olympic gold medalist, pulls out with a turf toe injury. Craig Jones has no opponent and things got wild. There were only a few options for a replacement, but the entire community wanted one person, Derek Moneyberg. Nobody, and I mean nobody, thought Craig would actually pick him. Then, just a few days from the event, Derek Moneyberg drops an absolute bombshell. He posts a private DM from Craig Jones himself. So what did it say? Craig wrote, "Wanna play against me in CJI 2? Legit, no joke. Then when Moneyberg listed a bunch of excuses to not accept the fight, Craig added, "I keep thinking we have a match and you beat me." This literally set the grappling world on fire. The community instantly exploded. Half the internet was laughing, saying, "That's hilarious," but the other half wanted him banned for life, thinking it was real. But it gets even crazier. The opponent who pulled out had already accused Craig of asking him to throw the match weeks earlier. So when this new screenshot leaked, it felt like someone was pouring gasoline on a forest fire. It turned a simple joke into a potential smoking gun. To understand why Moneyberg's plan failed so epically, you need to know a secret about the BJJ world. To them, Moneyberg's black belt is a complete joke. They see it as something you'd buy on a cheap website, not something you'd earn. I mean, think about it. Getting a black belt in 3.5 years is basically impossible. That's like getting a PhD in 1 year. It makes everyone think it's a scam.
Crazy enough, guys. Look who I ran into. This guy's real big, real jack. He says, "Why do I call him a scumbag on the internet?" This is why I asked. And again, you could say...
So you got to do that for camera. You can't have a private conversation like an adult. You can only do things for the internet. You can't have a private
Because
conversation.
what I have to say is factual. And you guys...
It's not factual.
So you guys, let me tell you why I don't... Would I like to get free money from this guy? Yeah, sure. Would I pay me money for...
But Sean, when I just asked you, hey, have a conversation...
Well, you asked me why I called you a scumbag.
Then you need to have your camera. You can only talk on the internet.
But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
Only on the internet.
But I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
You're the one being the fucking scumbag right now.
No, I'll tell you why.
I'm saying it to your face.
I'll tell you why.
You're the one being the fucking scumbag right now.
I love my fans more than anything, you guys. And would I love to go take free money from this guy and peddle? Yeah, would I love to make free money from this guy? I would. I absolutely fucking would. I fucking would love to. But this man takes advantage of low-paid UFC fighters who are great men who are just trying to make their mortgage and live a life.
When other fighters tried to defend him, saying he paid for privates every day, that's why he's good.
People are just freaked out saying it's fake, he bought his belt. The thing is, he's good, he got it really quick, but every week he brings a different top fighter or jiu-jitsu guy to his house and has hours of privates. So like, do you think you're not gonna get a lot better? He has me over there, Gordon Ryan, Mikey Musumeci, Gilbert Burns, Lyoto Moshida. He's got like 30 guys he brings through. How old is? I'm not saying he's gonna be a world champion, but he definitely beat a regular black belt. And people are just so enraged by him getting the belt so quick. But like, I'm not gonna, I'm the one that made the decision, but I talked to a bunch of his other coaches too, and they agreed. And I made the decision. So I gave him this long list of things that I didn't think he could meet.
Okay.
But then he met the standards. Like I had some guys he had to tap. I had some he did things I didn't think he was accomplished. So it's like I can't not keep my word. And when I see him tapping out other good black belts and shit.
Listen.
He tapped the people I said. He did all the requirements. Yeah. So it's like, okay, if he's beating these black belts, what's the reason not to give it to him?
All the BJJ community heard was he paid for his rank. This idea of a cash belt has followed Moneyberg everywhere. It makes people who trained for 10 or 20 years furious. They spent years sweating, getting injured, and losing over and over again to earn their belts. Moneyberg, using his money to skip the line, goes against everything BJJ stands for. That you earn respect through hard work and skill. You can't just buy it. So, when this guy tried to create drama over a joke, nobody cared. They saw someone in a glass house throwing rocks. The internet was instantly flooded with memes about Moneyberg. The irony was insane. Craig Jones didn't have to say a single word. The community, who already thought Moneyberg was a joke, did all the work for him. Moneyberg's bad reputation was the perfect defense for Jones, turning a huge disaster into an unbelievable win. Before we decide if Craig is guilty, you have to understand his brand. This guy isn't just a fighter. He is the undisputed king of trolling in sports. This is what he does. This is the guy who sold socks that look like hot dogs. This is his entire personality. So, in his universe, offering to throw a match isn't a crime, it's a punchline. It's exactly the kind of joke you'd expect from him. His real fans knew this immediately. The second the screenshot dropped, they were all commenting, "Classic Craig." To them, the idea of him actually match fixing was ridiculous. It was just another day in the crazy world of Craig Jones. So now I'm asking you, where do you stand? Are you on Team Joke or are you on Team Scandal? I want to see the biggest debate ever in the comments right now. Okay, spoiler alert, the real loser in all of this was not Craig Jones. Not even close. The super fight against Moneyberg that all this drama was about never even happened. Another fighter stepped in, the event sold out, and it got massive viewership. Craig's event was a huge success, and he made a ton of money. Derek Moneyberg, on the other hand, his reputation got absolutely torched. Most people saw his leak as a desperate attempt to get fame or to get people to stop talking about his controversial belt, and it completely backfired. Meanwhile, Craig Jones came out of this more popular than ever. His brand as the funniest guy in grappling is even stronger. It just proves that sometimes the house always wins, especially when you own the house. So there you have it, the craziest joke in grappling history. Craig Jones said something silly, the internet exploded, Derek Moneyberg tried to use the drama to his advantage, and an entire sport had a meltdown. Was it a harmless troll from the funniest man in fighting? Or was it a serious red flag showing how messy things can get when money, memes, and sports collide? I've given you every piece of the puzzle. The final verdict is in your hands. So let me know what you think, smash that like button, and remember, in today's world, the most dangerous submissions aren't chokes or arm bars. Sometimes they're just screenshots.